Have you ever received this kind of error before? I will tell you how to solve it, why it occurs. What this error says is there is somewhere in your code you have infinite recursion. Some methods or some classes are calling each other up to the point that your memory size is allowed, stack size is exhausted. So yeah, some function are calling many times each other. There is somewhere recursion in your code. So let's take this simple example. We have a user service, and in user service we are injecting dependency, injecting email service, and whenever we create a user we are sending welcome email, totally fine. And in email service we have two methods, one to send welcome email and password reset email. So do you see any issue in this code up to this point? By the way, I have just put this item to simulate that email has been sent. Beside this, have you seen any problem in these two service classes? Well, let's see by running one method. So here what we are doing is here, and then try to send welcome email. We are initializing email service and sending to the first user. Let's go to the browser and run this and see what happens. So as you can see here, this keeps running and running, and after some time you will get exact same error. So as you can see, it is using high memory. Up to this point it already have used 2.7 GB. You can see over here. Now let's talk about why this issue occurred. So in route we are calling send welcome email method in email service class. Let's go into email service and what is happening in email service. Here nothing wrong, we are getting some name, display name, and here just simple we are returning name, and then we are displaying this message. Nothing wrong here, right? We are injecting user service, dependency injecting via constructor user service. Now let's go to user service. Here we have simple method, and this method none of our business right now because we are calling this one, and we are injecting email service. So the problem is in email service we require user service, and in user service we require email service. So these two classes keeps calling each other up to the point that our all memory got exhausted. So that is the issue. How to solve this? So you have to ask, while designing services, you need to ask what are the absolutely needed dependencies in this class that I will need. In user service, it makes some sense to have email service because you will need email. Alright, but in email service, do you need user service everywhere? You need to ask yourself. So one simple fix is not to inject it via constructor, because when you inject via constructor, it first thing that initializes is this service container, inject this, and service container also try to inject all the dependencies of user, which is email service, and all the dependencies of email service, which is user service. Then service container keeps injecting and injecting. That is the problem, right? So one simple issue, if you need this, is if you need same functionality without changing anything, just don't inject via service container. Do it manually here. Use like this app user service. Similarly, use here. Don't inject via constructor. Now what will happen is whenever you inject this class like here, now service container no longer need to inject user service, right? Because there is nothing in constructor. Here service container just gets it, and it gets the email service, but we are not injecting email service here, or that loop is not happening, not going further. Let's see this in action. Now let's go and refresh it. There we go. now we can get the message email has been sent. This is one way to fix it. Another way to fix it is to use event based architecture. You can put these all emails and other functionality in as an event. Just fire some event here, some event, fire new user created, and listen to this event. In listener you send email, and you don't need these services to send email and other things. So this is kind of different solution that you might consider, but this is not just example of email service. You might get into this kind of issue while designing separate services where there is this kind of circular dependency issue. So best way is to create class in such a way that they are not doing too much. So here the need to, let's get back to original. So here meaning of injecting user service here is this class is doing too much. This class is not just sending email, it is getting all the data required for email and other stuff. Similarly in this class as well we are injecting email service. So the only thing that needs to be injected in constructor are such classes that are needed in all the method or most of the method. This class is tightly or this class requires most of the functionality from the classes that are injected in constructor. So that makes sense, right? So here why we need user service, just to get display name. It can be any other helper function, normal helper function. No need to call service, no need to put this in a service class or any classes. Alright, this is how we solve circular dependencies. Make your classes such that they are doing absolutely isolated work, single responsibility. Remember. Hope you like this video. I will see you on another interesting video. Bye.